Hi, welcome to Art Draw. Today we're going to draw Spider-Man from Marvel Rivals. Let's get in there. Let's go to the top, to about this point here. What I'm going to do is sort of draw Spidey's head. I'm going to go down to the chin about that point. So get an area, probably about there. Let's draw a nice curve down sort of that way. We can leave a little gap there. And what we're going to do here is sort of come down sort of nice sort of angled curve to where the chin area is. What I'm going to do there is just draw a nice sort of straighter line. Then what I'm going to do from the top is sort of come downwards, sort of where the head is. So bring your pen out and around, sort of downwards this way. I think I need to leave a little gap where the eyes are, so I think it probably comes down probably about there. I'm going to draw the eye in a minute and its mask, and then I'm just going to bring my pen down. Nice curve to chin area there, okay, now I've got that in. Let's have a look at the eyes. So what I'm going to do first of all, just position maybe a dot about here and a dot about there. From there I can draw the eyes in, right? So I'm going to go curve my pen around and up. There's like classic Spidey eyes. Curve my pen around and upwards there, and then I'm going to come downwards around this way and then just link back up, just go past that, so it comes up a little bit further. Then on the other side, let's get the pen there. What I'm going to do is just bring my pen up sort of towards the end of the head there, so just bring my pen up like that way, and then I'm going to bring my pen down sort of from this corner point here, just bring it downwards, nice little curve around, then it's going to do a nice little curve outwards, so just sort of suggest that the mask comes out a little bit there. Then what I'm going to do is just start filling in sort of the eye area. What I'm going to do is just come inwards again and up like that, and then probably around here sort of come inwards and sort of flick it up sort of like there. Fill that in. Nice sort of chunky edges to this Spidey mask. And then on this side, a little bit more of a chunky sort of edge on the top part of it. Just fill that in there. It kind of just comes downwards on this side, so you've got this nice sort of portion that kind of flips downwards either side here, like that, okay? This side here too, just kind of flick it up there. We've got that sort of look at the Spidey mask there. It might just sort of come up that way too, so it got a little bit of balance with the eyes. Okay, that's pretty good. Let's now just continue with the outline for now. So I'm going to go to where the neck area is. It probably comes down sort of quite muscly, this Spidey character. So probably sort of bring my pen down probably from about this point. Yeah, just sort of bring down the neck area there. Then I'm going to come out this way. So I'm going to take my pen sort of here, and then I'm just going to bring out the shoulder area, sort of the upper shoulder area there. And then while we're here, let's go on the other side, so give it some balance. Where the chin is there, just gonna kind of come down here where the neck is, just bring my pen down a bit there. Then let's do the alternate opposite side with the upper neck area here. So just where my sort of finger is there, I'm gonna come down from about this point. Nice sort of line in there, nice and angular, this Spidey character. Okay, we've got those bits in. Let's have a look at the shoulder. So this shoulder continues out, so I'm going to bring my pen hook, just attach it up, come outwards like that. So bring my pen outwards sort of this way. Then what I'm going to do is sort of bring it in, so just like a nice sort of chunky line around this way. And then I'm going to sort of just continue it down to where my finger is there, so just nice little sort of curve there. It's just a few little angular little bits going on his shoulders. Let's go back over to the other side. Let's just complete this. So this will go out sort of this way and downwards to sort of about this point where my finger is. So I'm just gonna bring my pen out down there, and then just a nice little curve inwards there, so it all comes out and in, okay? Right, now while we're here, let's have a look at sort of the outer torso area on here. I think that's good to pop in. So we're kind of going to continue, I guess, sort of downwards this way, so it kind of comes sort of outwards and in like that for the pec muscle. And then we're just going to continue with like the rib cage and then sort of come down here. So there's a little rib area that pops out here, just comes in. Sort of the ab areas are here, and I think we just slowly sort of bring it down that way, sort of tapers in with the body. Now the underarm on the other side is probably around, sort of I'd say about here. The arm sort of comes up sort of down here, sort of like a pec muscle here. So let's just draw in a little pec this side, so got a little curve there. And then really, I guess the outer arm, sort of the bicep probably comes down here. So probably sort of comes down, pops out a bit where the bicep is there, and then sort of tapers inwards. I've got those little bits in there. What I can do now is sort of just work on that back part, comes in, sort of work on the torso, down to the torso. So from about that midpoint of the bicep there, nice little sort of curve inwards of the back muscle. Then we're going to come down sort of this way, so nice sort of curve down, sort of nice little lean portion of Spidey there. Okay, all right, next up, let's just have a look at sort of those arm areas. So this one, we've done the sort of bicep area here, so it comes out here where there's a bit of a tricep area. So I'm going to bring my pen out here and then taper it inwards to like that sort of more of that crease on his arm. Now he's got kind of like sort of tech gloves on, so the upper part, I'm going to pop a dot there, just come downwards like this, and like a nice angle like that. Just going to join it up either side there of this glove, and then it kind of, his arm comes down this way, so just going to do a nice little curve in like that, and on this side, nice little curve in sort of to the edge there, almost like a little shield. Now I've got that factor in, it's going to do the outer part of the forearm, or sort of the inner part, but it comes out a bit, sort of comes out sort of this way, and then pops inwards like that to the wrist, sort of about here. And on this side, I guess it comes down sort of from sort of this point, and we can just bring it in where the wrist area is there. We're going to just cap it off with he's got a little sort of fingerless gloves on, so I'm just going to curve around here and up. Let's just pipe that. So do the same thing again, just bring it around like that. And then I can just pop in his clenched sort of fist going on. So I'm going to bring the pen out here where the thumb is, so pop it out there. The thumb comes around here and inwards. And then from the wrist area here where we just draw a nice sort of line down, and bring your pen round and curve it in. And then sort of the finger area sort of bounces in that way. A couple of little areas, there's just little curves in there where there's like fingerless areas as well. Now we see we've got that kind of arm area in there. Right, let's continue the leg here so we can pop the sort of lower arm here. So this kind of comes out sort of this way. So we're going to bring our pen down about like that, and then just bring it out a little bit more where the leg comes in, and sort of just taper it out. And the other sort of outer part of the leg here, it kind of comes down this way to sort of this point in the knuckle here. So just bring your pen down, nice line down like that. Just join that up. And then it will sort of continue behind the hand, sort of come down this way, sort of just taper down like that. Center part here, there's like an angled area, I guess it sort of comes in like this. And then the inner part of the leg sort of comes in there, just sort of taper it off. A couple of little dots, like make it work really well. And then here, I'm gonna just come downwards this way, and then yeah, a couple of little lines there. Okay, final little bit of the outline. We're just going to just draw the arm area here. So go back up to about this point here, about there. Just gonna bring our pen out like that. Then we're gonna come down to a wrist area around here. So I'm just gonna sort of bring my pen area, sort of taper it in there. It kind of pops out again where the wrist is. Just bring your pen around here, angle down, and then inwards where the finger would be, sort of into his body, into his legs. And then the thumb, I guess the thumb sort of is about here, so sort of clenched again, and in like that. Right, that's the main part of the outer done. Let's just have a look at the detail. I think I'm going to go in there, let's have a look at the sort of spider area. Sort of start looking like Spidey in a moment. So the top area of the Spidey head, sort of nice little sort of rounded little area there, sort of comes up either side like this, sort of two little spidery prongs. And then we'll just colour in a little sort of circular bit there. The body of the spider sort of comes down to maybe about here in the most, so I'm just going to draw like a little V below that. Sort of bring it out, it's almost like a little diamond shape, like this. And then, yeah, it kind of sort of comes sort of downwards this way, and then comes downwards that way. Let's fill that bit in. It's nice to get a bit of inking done on here as well. I think it ties in really nicely with the mask area. Right, let's go on to the legs. So the front legs, the little front legs are here. I'm gonna just come up sort of this way and sort of inwards like this, and maybe then it kind of comes up. And then we'll just sort of fill that in there, come out in a little sort of triangular look. And this side is very similar, so we sort of come out and in and kind of up again, and then just sort of give it a bit of a sort of pronged area there. Now the lower legs, let's get those sort of ones sort of in the inner body in first. So I guess about here, we're going to just sort of draw a little sort of arrow, and then we're going to come down to maybe like this point here, just going to curve the pen round and then go back up, sort of join it up like that, so it sort of tapers outwards. Fill that in. This side, similar sort of story, it kind of comes out sort of here, a little sort of, almost like a little sort of arrow look, and then kind of waves in sort of down to about there. Now remember, he's got like his torso, his body there, so it will sort of curve around sort of through his sort of chest muscles and ribs. Now a final little piece to do is the outer legs. So these sort of curve in and around here. So I'm going to sort of start here, put a little dot there, and we're just going to curve it around here. And then I guess curve it around here. Then I'm going to come down probably to about this point here. So I'm just going to bring the leg part down, bring it in, and then come downwards like this. Let's go back upwards, nice and steady to that point here. Then we're going to kind of come outwards like that. So let's bring it out, and then we're just going to curve our pen round to that inner point and back round, and then flip it up. And this side here sort of flips up to there. Let's just fill that in. Okay, final little bit on this side. Kind of comes out to the arm area. So I guess there's like a line sort of comes in from back here, sort of comes sort of downwards there, and I guess sort of comes outwards like that. And then it kind of comes down, sort of down the arm, sort of a little bit of a curve where the shoulder muscle is. And it kind of tapers sort of down this way. We're going to just cap it off in the middle there because it's almost like the light is bouncing on this side. And then just curve that around there. Yeah, that goes up to about that point, and let's just fill that point in here. Nice, okay, we've got that. Let's do the opposite side. So it kind of, again, sort of comes in from sort of this point here. Just bring your pen round, and it kind of hides behind the sort of pec muscle. There's a little sort of, those little curves are sort of hidden away again. So just a little curve here. Then go back to that middle bit, in and around like that. And then let's just join that up there. And what I'll do is just fill that in. Then we've got like the corresponding bit here. So that really just sort of comes across sort of this way, I guess. So it sort of just comes across sort of that way, and then sort of chips in along sort of there. Nice, okay. That's cool. Let's put a couple of bits more detail in. So we've got this sort of pec muscle here, but it's actually kind of like pipe. So I'm just going to return along there, and then I'm going to bring sort of the pen down, sort of come sort of downwards, I guess sort of down this way. And then there's like a sort of black element underneath it. So I'm just going to pop my pen along there, colour in that little chip like that. And then it's got some like markings that come down to here. So actually it kind of comes in here. It's like a little band. It kind of comes sort of down and in. And then I'm just gonna come out, sort of pipe it, come up there, go back along that sort of curve we've created. And then we sort of come down to this point here. So I'm just gonna bring my pen down to about here. And then right here, sort of bring my pen down there. It kind of goes to a point that's probably about this point here. We just join that up there, bring that down and kind of turn along, and then we can just go back up either side there, and then it kind of just goes up into the costume, that area there. A couple of little bits of detail on here, so I'm just gonna put a couple of little curves in, and like a little hint of like abs, so just a little wiggle there. And then with the legs, there's a couple of little bands. There's actually sort of like a block here where it sort of goes to his trousers. So I'm just gonna put a little curve up there. Continue this line sort of down this way, just a little hint of that. Maybe there's a couple of bands that kind of work their way up to the top. So just pop a little bit of detail there. Same thing here, there's like a little band that goes sort of down this way. So I'm just gonna sort of draw in a couple of like banded areas there. They sort of return along the bottom. And then there's a bit of a hint sort of here of sort of part of his sort of tech suit. So I'm just going to give like nice hints of those, maybe sort of a few little sort of squiggles, give it a bit of energy on the picture. Let's have a look at this arm. Now, I think there's a little curve that goes along here, down and in, and I can fill this little chip in black here. And then sort of these gloves, they've sort of got a little sort of chip area that comes in there, and then there's sort of like these fingerless glove areas. So I'm just going to put a couple of curves in there. That's all I need to do on that one. Let's go back to this hand. This is almost like a little sort of shield area. So I'm just going to pop a little curve on it there. And then let's just pop a nice little sort of bit of banding on that side there. Maybe a hint of it on the other side. This then I think sort of returns up this way, comes up here, sort of down and in, and that we can fill in. And then there's almost like a little sort of band area there. Just go right to the edge on that piece then. Okay, just a little bit of sort of muscle area we can draw now. So I'm just going to pop a little bit of muscle here on the shoulder, sort of a little bit of the sort of top of the pec muscle, sort of there and there. And then pretty happy with that. I think now what I need to try and do is make him look a bit more like Spider-Man, start putting that sort of famous webbing in. So let's go into the middle here. Let's have a look. So straight into the middle. It's kind of got like a middle band bit. So I'm just going to sort of just draw a little couple of curves in there. Then what I'm going to do is just bring my pen down, just a nice sort of curve there, bring it around the face this way. Around there, here, just around the head, and then we kind of come up from this point, so we can come up that way, up here, up there, and up there. And then let's try and add that webbing in. So it's quite a tricky effect, but if you pull it off, it's pretty cool. So we've got a little band there, sort of just webbing sort of goes in around the face. Like this, just sort of curve it to the points. Thinking here, we can sort of put it in here, sort of nice sort of curve to a point, just like a spider web. It's really nice sort of try and practice this one. It's quite a tricky effect to achieve. I think that's quite nice like that. Now, what I'm going to do, let's just work out these lines here actually. There's a line that goes in there. What I'm going to do is sort of pop a little curve along here, so just sort of nice little line there, another little line matches up here. There's like another little one here. Right, the pec muscle sort of in there, kind of comes down from the top here, so line it in there. And then as we go to the neck area, let's have a look. This will sort of match up here, so there'll be a little line there. This then goes up to the mask, one here, and it comes out along there, and then one that comes here and one that comes along there. Let's just sort of join that up there. Just a nice little hint of the webbing. It'll start really looking like Spidey now. It's all sort of starting to come together along here. Now there's a line in the middle sort of from this point of the spider here. This sort of comes nice and downwards to the downward point there. Then we've kind of got, let's have a look, there's kind of like ones that come a bit wider than here. So I'm just going to give a hint, sort of one comes down sort of this way, one comes down sort of that way. Maybe a couple of little lines in here. And then let's just start putting the webbing in these bits. So let's go out to the top again. Just start popping in some of that webbing. Just a nice little hint, nice little curve on some of those. Probably around here. Yeah, just nice little bouncy little lines, make a big bit of difference. So we start to sort of add all this sort of nice detail onto our picture. Maybe a line, that's a bit more there, that comes out there. And as we come along here, there's sort of like hints of this webbing going along around this point and around sort of these points, kind of flicks sort of downwards a bit more. Yeah, that's quite nice there. Just on this arm, just see a little bit of detail here actually, so I'm just gonna draw a little bit of banding across here, and we can just fill that area in there. Maybe a little bit of sort of detail in there. And then as we get to this piece of the hand, a couple of little lines down, and then again we'll just sort of draw these sort of nice bouncy spidey lines. And then just on here, just in this area here, maybe we'll just have one little line there. We can just draw these little sort of classic spidey lines in there. And then don't forget the fingers, so you've got these nice little bands all around just the midpoint of the finger there. And I think that makes a big bit of difference to our character. Let's just go around the edges. What I'm keen to do is sort of just enhance the edges, especially because there's so much detail going on around him. So I kind of just want to fill in some of these nice lines so he's nice and vibrant. We've got a really nice edge to our character. Let's go around here. Around there. The leg area and up. This bit's quite chunky already actually here. I think that's quite nice. This is quite good. Just sort of enhance the angles there. Maybe this jawline's quite nice just to fill in a little bit more. And then nicely around sort of the top area, just fill it in. Make sure that head is nicely filled along there. There we go. That looks looking pretty cool. That is Spider-Man from Marvel Rivals. Let me know what you think in the comments. Please do like and subscribe, and we'll see you again soon. Bye for now.